Hello, family. I am going to do an Astral lima transmission today to prepare us for the 3-3 portal slash eclipse. So, the messages that I've been getting are that this whole entire year, and I know I've been saying this, but I'm going to say it again, this whole entire year is already holding a grid system for us to evolve through. And we have an opportunity to use this year as that wormhole. So, what I mean by that is elevating consciousness to a state where we are able to exist outside of time. And why would we want to do that? Well, time, in the way that we are experiencing it in this dimension, creates looping cycles. And one of those, the biggest ones, is aging. It's also needing to repeat patterns in order to survive. It's all based on the two-strand DNA system. This year, there is like everything that we did in the portals last year. So when we activated on the 11/11, oh, I'm getting chills just talking about that. When we activated the 11/11 and they brought through the alias codes through the three eye atlas, and then we moved into those apexes, and what they're saying is that this eclipse that's coming up on the 3rd is a major apex. So they are going to bring us into the tip of the apex, open it up so that we can download the imprint of the blueprint for this year on an evolutionary level. At the same time, we have the opportunity to upload our personal blueprint of what we would like, what the wormhole blueprint was into this apex as well. And then it will upload into that fascia system. So the fascia system is now communicating through the frequency of source. We are receiving the information through this communication center. And now we're going to upload, or we're going to activate the precursor of the technology of the divine architect. And that architecture is going to be uploaded into the fascia system. This may sound like, what is she talking about? But it's not that hard to think about, because if you stop looking at yourself as in the limitation of what we think we are on a biological level and start seeing ourselves as an advanced technology, that we are truly one of the most advanced technologies there is. If not within our dimension, definitely we are, right? And we keep looking at all this AI that is being created. We keep creating outside of ourselves what's already inside of us. And it's like almost like, what you need to see what's possible in observation. So we create these things. But really, what's happening is all these technologies are activating inside of us. And we can actually go inside and use that as an inner reflection versus an outer reflection. And we start to tap into these massive superpowers. We are that powerful. And this wormhole connected to this architectural imprint that's going to be uploaded into our fascia system on the eclipse day through this apex is going to allow our consciousness to start connecting into the understanding of all of this. So, where am I going with this? I've already stated that this year is the year to experience the impossible, make the impossible possible. What do you want to upload in your blueprint this year? Okay, I want you to be thinking about that, sitting in that. And then, what do you want to see on a collective level? What collective impossibilities do we want to break through? And just be, just holding that, but then letting it go and allowing the blueprint to dictate us. Because when we move into the 4-4 portal, we're going to have another technology that's going to allow us to actually alter particles of reality and experience what that is to be an alchemist. It's so good. It's just really, really amazing. And if you are in the 12 or in the Conscious Ascension 12-week class, oh my gosh, you're just like, it's like take off time, is what I keep hearing. It's take off time. But I also want to just say, we are also in a massive, complete reset, not even a reset. It's like a completely different reality set. And that can feel a little bit wonky, okay? Because the things that we once identified in aren't there anymore. And we're moving into a new frequency pattern. And, self actualization in this dimension is a thing, right? We need to have identity in order for consciousness to exist in the way that we've been using it. Well, all of that is being reorganized, and the way that we're using consciousness is also being reorganized. That's why these wormholes are so powerful, because it allows us to have a focal point of a timeline without actually existing in time. I want you to go back and listen to what I just said again. Consciousness is being reorganized, and so that we are going to be using it different. That's why these wormholes are so important, because it's allowing us to focus on something within linear time without being within time. Amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to do a Astral Lima activation. Before I do so, please leave me a little heart. Tell me you're listening. Tell me what you're experiencing. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe, because that's what amplifies these frequencies in these activations, is that when we all come together, each time that we connect, this frequency gets stronger. And I hope you feel it when you do a comment or a little heart, because I know when I see it, I feel it. It feels like it's everything is getting stronger. Okay, so go ahead and shut your eyes. And then if you already know something that you want to bring into this apex point or an intention, put it in your heart. Just place it in your heart. You could even put it into the center of your pineal glands. All right, this is going to be for you. All right, honeys. Shut your eyes and we will invite in Astral Lima. This activation is preparation for biology. We have activated the first two strands of DNA, and now we will activate the third through the apex point on the 3-3 gateway. Preparation for this is through the precursors of the third strand DNA system. We will create an equation through this third strand of DNA to bring particles into a wave state that is stabilizing biology, allowing biology to let go of density or looping patterns, the illusion, as the biology, when all 12 strands are activated, will be in light form. We are preparing the gamma light waves stored in the apex point. This gamma light wave is also stored in the atoms, the nucleus of each atom of the body. Connecting these into third strand DNA system will open a frequency pattern or an architecture of the advanced human experience, your divine superpower of creation. We will begin the activation now. From center point, pineal gland, activation, 12-strand DNA system. Quancho shede kanse chitokunto, koshe teketrense, Oshekanti connecting gamma light wave apex point, baranche to ko, Oshe te cantara shikanta. What's a comparan shu? Connecting gamma light wave, nucleus of atoms. Releasing gamma light wave. Transmission will be beyond our words. Probing system behind gamma light wave, allowing clearing process of density. Whoosh, ambrankashi, oshikantareshi kampra. Holding all particles of body in wave state, allowing attachments, connection to distortion, dissolve, equation of ascension, allowing illusion to become clear, density to dissolve. Brain shoko shoda kampara kampshi, osa kambran, oshi te kampara shakampa. Esekatisi konto. Alashe te kambre su to compri. Ashe kanta control. Activation clarity point. Activation clarity point would be in transmission beyond our words, releasing transmission from pineal gland, bringing clarity into neural pathways, connecting to thought, allowing thought to hold divine clarity. Transmission beginning now. Elevation, synapse responses, holding trigger points of divine release of frequency, allowing conscious thought, or in your language, downloads. Breshambam pakeshi, kis koroncha, esekempre, allowing download or clarity of understanding, significance of 3-3 portal. Masha poko osonkombreshiki. We honor each of you as your biology resets into frequency of preparation. We send you love and gratitude. All right, everyone. Well, let me know what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and use these next few days to really sit into what this architecture, what is this superpower that we're about to step into? How do you want to use it? So this is a technology. It's a precursor. We are learning to use these technologies that are turning on a DNA level. So what you feel passionate about, bring it into this activation on the 3rd. And then we'll connect it right into this apex point, into the wormhole. And we get to experience all these wonderful ways that we get to explore consciousness within the linear time of an intention, but through a wormhole where we get to experience consciousness beyond time. All right, everyone. I love you so much. Mwah.